Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Did the Brotherhood send you? Didn't know they were working with run-of-the-mill average wastelanders. Thought they wanted you strapped into one of those tin cans round the clock. It's wrong of me to judge by appearances, though. Why don't you introduce yourself? That's so. You got a deed to go with that claim? 'Cause, we're not gonna sign it.
This vault and all material goods within are hereby under possession of the Brotherhood of Steel. This requisition will aid us in the preservation of technology and the protection of mankind. Your compliance will ensure your safety.
You know, I'm interested in hearing more about this protection of mankind business. I suppose killing a few no-good raiders is an easy price to pay for the benefit this measly little vault will provide for us as a species. Is that it?
I repeat, your compliance will ensure your safety. Not that I'd expect a simple-minded brute to understand.
Resorting to name-calling already. I have to say, I'm disappointed. Thought I'd be able to speak to someone civilized from a big-shot organization like yours. What about you, Forward Scout? Think we can work this one out? Or are your underpants in as tight of a bunch as Mr. Compliance over there? And who's to say we don't have that whole platform you're standing on rigged to blow?
I'll call your bluff. You didn't expect us to come.
Alright, I'll admit, this is a serious oversight on my part. Should have known those initiates who stopped by would have gone crying to their superiors. Humor me on one thing. This place doesn't offer us any strategic leverage over the Brotherhood. If anything, you're gonna waste more resources protecting a place so far away from your home base. So then, it must be the weapons that are important to you. What's so special about these rocket launchers that a top-ranking member would come to collect them himself?
I don't know how you became aware of our internal hierarchy, but it's irrelevant to the situation. You will leave the weapons in the vault and disperse. Now.
How about you? Do you seriously take orders from this constipated suit of metal? Big words for someone who just barged in and claimed ownership of our storeroom. I suppose you don't have to follow the rules you apply to everyone else. Is that it? Because you have a righteous cause? That's fine. This story only adds fuel to our fire. We're heading back to Crater. This stash isn't worth it.
Not so fast. Tell us where you got those weapons from.
Ooh, sorry. I don't discuss Raider affairs on Brotherhood territory. If you really want to know, you can come talk to me in Crater. Don't worry. If it's only one of you, we don't usually kill on sight. Now let us through.
We completed the first part of our mission. You composed yourself in a manner befitting of the Brotherhood. We don't compromise, especially not with raiders. It's clear you understand that. Moving forward, we still need to track down the weapon source. That man appeared to know something. I don't care how you get it out of him, but make sure you get it. This is your top priority. The longer we let these weapons spread, the more difficult it will be to track down all of them.
The wasteland is hell. Stay vigilant, Initiate.
I think it's time to pay those settlers a visit. Can't let them miss me too much.
Can't believe they had the nerve to just barge in like that. That knight acts like some kind of righteous savior.
I told you. And they're only gonna get more confident.
I won't let them. Do we have their patrol routes yet? A couple ambushes ought to take them down a notch.
We'll have to discuss this later. We've got a visitor.
So, you really came? Huh. To be honest, I didn't expect the Brotherhood to show its face around here with anything less than a fully armored battalion. Life is just full of surprises, isn't it? So, what can I do for you, oh honorable emissary of steel? About that. You and your metal buddies put me in a pretty tight spot back there. There are people here in Crater depending on me. I wasn't sure if I was going to make it back to them. So I prioritized a little bit. Getting home to those people was more important than being completely sincere to a group of heavily armed tyrants. So if you're looking for help with your little weapon problem, you can look somewhere else.
Don't you think you're being stubborn, Pierce? We have a good little Brotherhood peon here at our disposal. We can make use of that.
We've been over this. There's no compromising with people like the Brotherhood. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile.
We don't know that yet for sure. Besides, everyone has their own motivations. Our visitor might have one worth talking about.
I won't rely on a betrayal to take them down. You should know that. I have nothing left to discuss. I've given you my answer, Initiate. Now for your sake, I'd suggest you don't stick around.
Hey, you. Don't leave yet. I've got something to say. Don't mind Pierce, he's stubborn. Holds too tightly to his morals. I'll tell you about the weapons, but you're gonna need to give me something in return. Interested? I want intel on the Brotherhood. Records, roster, correspondence. You've got people specialized in keeping track of that sort of thing, right? Transfer their data onto this holotape and bring it back to me. Then I'll tell you what you want to know. Okay, goody two-shoes. If you don't want the information I have, that's up to you. But from what I hear about your boss, he wouldn't be too happy with that, would he? Your funeral. We're not on friendly terms with the Brotherhood. What do you think we're gonna do with it? Don't worry. If the Brotherhood is as powerful as they are confident, then it shouldn't make any difference, right? How do you know about our war room? About that vault where you ambushed Pierce? We have eyes the same way you do. Remember it. This isn't a betrayal. It's just good business sense. Toodles. Living in Appalachia is like a real-life game of Blast Radius.
New recruits, night shins training, weapons, and a base like this? We're gonna be invincible. The old world has so much to teach us. Why didn't I see it before? The elders have so much to teach us. I hope I'll get to meet them in person.
I used to work with the folks at Foundation. Hard workers, but I wanted something more than just settling.
weapon may keep me safe, but it doesn't make these repairs go any faster. Have a question. The past has the answers, but I'm not a bad backup. Raiders, huh? If they're anything like the raiders we've encountered on the expedition route, then my guess is the situation isn't pretty. All right. How can I help?
Glad we guard our tech closely.
I think I understand. The funny thing about data is you don't know what's real or not. Not unless you gathered it yourself. To be honest, I was working on encrypting my terminal for this kind of situation. So, if anyone accessed it who wasn't supposed to, they would just get false info and none would be the wiser.
Anything tries to attack.
I didn't finish, but you can still use the fake data I created. Should be clearly labeled in the files. Just, don't select the wrong one. This is the raiders we're talking about. It'd be bad news if they got an advantage on us. Worse, if the Knight found out it was because of me. Not a problem. I'm here to help.
Everything makes sense now. This is my place, my mission.
I made it, Scribe Takano. I wish you were here too.
Order, learning, protection. I have everything I need here.
I wonder what stories are hiding in the mountains out here.
We'll make Atlas stronger than Fort Defiance ever was. Never forget the heroes of Fort Defiance.
With all these new initiates, I may need another scribe just to keep the scrolls up to date.
Stay on your toes. The wasteland is merciless. The Scorched, the Raiders, the Ghouls. If anything tries to attack, we'll be ready.
Too bad this observatory's so busted up. I'd love to look at the stars. Just a few more tweaks, and then it's back to working on that vertibird. Scorched plague. I've seen nothing like it. I wonder if I could get my hands on a sample.
Find, protect, and preserve. We're here to protect the people. They'll learn that in time.
Not bad, 76. Didn't think you had it in you to hang with us this long.
Seriously? How hard is it to just stick with the plan? You've got the holotape? Good. Thanks. The weapons don't have one source. Some of them we looted off a group of unfortunate settlers. We've also traded them among ourselves. Some old friends visited Crater a while back wielding that firepower, claiming they earned it in a fight. They were bragging about it till the day they left. Said they sent some big armored folks running. I can't confirm that the losers were Brotherhood, but that was your logo on the side of those weapons, wasn't it? Doesn't matter to me. Now, I told you what I know. With any luck, we won't talk again. Yep. They may or may not have more, but they've definitely come in contact with them. West. They said they passed through Ohio before coming here. I don't know how much further out they went. Don't change your mind. This was a one-time offer, and it's one that neither of us will speak of again. I just can't shake these nightmares. Floating in space forever. Just why?
I am not mad. I am just disappointed.
I just can't shake these nightmares. Floating in space forever. Just why?
Any news to share?
I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort. When do I get to go out and prove my worth?
Grow up. Valdez to retune my power armor. I see you returned from Crater. Standing by for your report.
We have to cut ourselves free from America.
That's not what I was hoping to hear. All right. Tell me about the sources. I see. And are those raiders still at Crater?
Need to have Valdez take another look at my armor.
It can't be helped then. We need to focus on Appalachia for the moment.
Old world science solved a lot of problems back in the day, but look what else.
Without more information, it's impossible to say. We fought plenty of raider groups across the entire expedition route. I'd like to pursue them as much as you would, Initiate. But those were not our orders from Elder Maxson. We have duties in Appalachia. Ones that we've delayed for long enough as it is. And the other one. Foundation 2. This is bad. Worse than I thought. At this rate, all of Appalachia will be toting these rocket launchers. All because of... Forgive me, Initiate. I lost my composure. We need to follow up with Foundation as soon as possible. You don't have clearance for that information, Initiate. Proceed with your report.
I cannot believe these people are still hurling nukes at each other. It's madness.
Peaceful or not, civilians should not have access to that kind of technology. It's too easy for things to go wrong. Take the Great War as an example. That catastrophe is the inspiration for our mission today. So that's everything. That was a thorough report. The Brotherhood appreciates your diligence looking into this matter. Our next step is to deal with Foundation. Paladin Romani already had plans to establish contact, so she'll want to hear about this. No need to expound everything. I'll follow up later with a more detailed report. That's classified information, Initiate. Not every operation runs perfectly. All you need to know is that we're fixing it.
Appalachia is our chance to learn from the mistakes.
Ad Victorium.
We'll build something better for everyone.
For your sake, I hope this is a scheduled visit, Initiate. Each day in service of the Brotherhood is a step forward.
Ah, Initiate. I haven't had the chance to discuss your last assignment with Knight Shin yet. Was there something you needed to report to me directly?
If anything tries to attack,
No meat
we'll be ready.
approved. A perfectly preserved pie with every dinner
Really?
declined.
Foundation?
And this
That's
fresh
troubling.
request doesn't even have a name on it.
How well do you know the people of Foundation? Excellent. That's great news. I spoke with a few members of their community, looking for ways to work together. We're in need of food and water. They have plenty to spare. However, knowing they may have those weapons accelerates matters. It's critical that we follow up with them right away. Your mission is as follows. Meet with Gloria Chance, the supervisor of Foundation Supply Room. Determine whether or not they've seen or acquired such weapons for themselves. And lastly, establish a trade deal with Foundation. Something that will provide us longevity in Appalachia. You're gonna have to make some tough decisions, but I trust that you know Foundation well enough to make the right calls. And allow me to stress, both returning with the weapons and securing a trade deal are equally important objectives, Initiate. I wholeheartedly agree. Remember, you represent the Brotherhood to these people.
Throwing nukes left and right.
Do us proud.
The people of Appalachia think a bomb is a plaything?
I can do more than just fight. But how do I show that I'm fit to be a scribe when I'm put on patrol day and night? Hope those kids we picked up are doing okay. What were their names again? Started with an M.
Maybe if this place keeps going, we should get a dog to help me guard the house.
Morning. I hate this misty, foggy crap.
It's kind of strange what you found in that vault.
must be here about that shipment of Blamco mac and cheese. Great. I was starting to get worried. Oh, how professional of you. You say you're with Paladin Romani? That's fantastic. I didn't think she'd get back to us so quickly. How can I help you, sire, your majesty, your steeliness? Right, about that. Originally, we were hoping to purchase some weapons in exchange for food and supplies, but we may need to work something else out. After all, our last purchase is more than enough firepower for the time being. Yep, that's right. Hun, can you tell our friend here about those thingies we picked up recently?
Oh, sure thing. We got weapons all right, Initiate. You Brotherhood guys make some high-quality gear. And tell me if this sounds familiar. Tubes of explosive death with your logo on the side? Oh. Well, the stuff we got definitely has your logos on it. Some guys from the town watch took them out for testing a little earlier. I'm sure you can catch up with them. They normally practice at a small site they set up near the East Mountain Lookout, a bit north of here.
Oh, that's right. Mike and them took the weapons out for a test drive. If you head over, I'm sure they'd let you take a look. I hope you understand those weapons are our property, though. We spent quite a bit acquiring them. But hurry back. I'm sure we can still find a way to work together, even if we don't need more weapons. And send the fellas home, would ya? They've been playing with those things long enough.
Everyone gather around. Ward wanted us to record some instructions on how to use these things. Where's Mike? Hey, Mike, stop messing around with that terminal and grab one of those rocket launchers.
Uh-oh. Sorry. I wanted to lock the terminal first. Let me put this in my bag really quick.
Give it up, Mike. That could be decades old. Just grab one of them and come here. Wait, Mike, I told you not to pick it up like that.
Oh, God. What have I done? Hold it right there. Don't come any closer. Investigating? What? You've been to the lookout tower. You have to understand. It was an accident. I'm Mike. Mike Tiller. Go to Foundation. Tell him you found me dead. Because I'm never leaving. I'm not going back. You can't make me. They'll never believe me. They'll think I'm a murderer. No way! These things, they're evil. No, they stay with me. This door is barred tight, and the way behind me is flooded. You can't get in. Just give up, and go tell Gloria I'm dead. There's nothing to say. Just go and leave me. Oh God. You made it! How did you even... Please, don't hurt me! Okay, I can explain. We were just testing these out. You know, Tad picked them up a while back. They seemed really powerful. They were always telling me, "Be careful, Mike. Don't pick it up that way, Mike." But my finger slipped and I killed them. All. Instantly. But it was an accident. I swear. I never... Oh, God. I mean, sure, but that doesn't change what I did. How can I face them after No, you're right. They should hear it from me. I'll go back. On one condition. Let me bring the weapons back myself. Gloria and Tad will know what to do. I'm sorry. They're the only ones I trust to take care of these. I have to make sure they get back to them. I dragged all these in here, though, and you're right. Man, that was dumb. Fine. You bring them and meet me at Foundation, okay?
I know you. I've heard some amazing stories about you. You're a legend around here.
I'm tired.
Ward says our walls and turrets will keep the raiders out. I hope he's right.
I'm sorry I didn't come back right away. I was scared. But that Brotherhood member showed up and...
Well, speak of the devil.
Mike was just telling us about what happened out there. I can't believe it. All those boys, just... It's a lot to take in.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Help. Well, I see you've got our weapons. You could start by giving them back. I told you, we bought them fair and square.
Tad, enough! We still need to find a way to work with these people. I think we should try and wrap up business between us now. We're going to need to tell those families about what happened. I know it's hard to think about at a time like this, but settling on a deal and having you on your way is probably for the best. Now then, I understand you'll want to take these weapons back with you, but that won't work for us. They cost us too many caps to just let go. Unfortunately, regardless of where they came from before, they're our property now, and they'll need to stay with us.
Well, hard to argue with that. We're not exactly the most disciplined bunch.
It's true. Maybe if I had proper training, this wouldn't have happened.
All right, the weapons are safer with you, but what would the Brotherhood need in return for training?
You're not gonna make me do push-ups, are you?
'Cause that would be the end of the world. Okay, we provide food, water, and the latest scoop on weird tech, and the Brotherhood provides us with training to better defend ourselves. Sounds pretty fair to me.
Oh, shit.
Thanks for all your help. Please let Paladin Romani know where we stand.
Thanks again, Initiate. Looking forward to doing business with y'all.
Sonny always says his stuff will go on sale tomorrow. Somehow, tomorrow never seems to get here.
The only time I miss being inside the vault is when the weather's bad. Or if there's a nuke. Jen's got style that I can respect. You know what I mean?
Settle in. Sonny's provides meager sustenance for a meager
All right, well,
price.
give him my best.
What the cow was I up to?
I used to work with the folks at Foundation. Hard workers, but
I'll haul
something more
1,000
than
boxes
just
or fill
set.
1,000 crates. That's what it takes to...
The problem is that a couple of these Brotherhood clowns showed up and took a...
Stay strong, friend. No telling what the next challenge will hold.
Do you need something? I don't have anything to say to you or anyone else. I'm sure you wouldn't be too thrilled to talk to anyone if both your parents were dead and you were stuck with the people who caused it. I really don't want to talk about it. Just watch out. The Brotherhood can be reckless, and they justify it with some bullshit savior complex.
Can you put in a good word for me with Paladin Romani? Oh, well, my name is Maximo. You can call me Max, though, for short. My big sister Marcia and I live here now with the Brotherhood. Isn't that cool? Well, the town we lived in got attacked by raiders and our mother was killed. But luckily, the Brotherhood of Steel was there and they saved us. Since we didn't really have anyone anymore, Paladin Romani had us come along with them. I can't wait to become a member and fight off bad guys like they do. I'll make sure no one ever has to die again. Oh yeah! It's a lot of fun living in the Brotherhood of Steel base. I kinda wish there were more kids my age to play with, but it's okay. The less distractions from my training, the better. I'm gonna become the best Brotherhood of Steel member that Paladin Romani has ever seen. They're heroes! The Brotherhood is gonna save humanity and help make the world a better place. They saved my sister and me and a bunch of other people along the way. Plus, the power armor they get to wear is so cool! Whatever you want. Sure, I'd be happy to talk about them. She's the leader of the Brotherhood, and I'm gonna try my best to impress her so that she makes me an initiate one day. It was Paladin Romani's idea to let us stay here with them, and I'm so happy that she did. No way! I can't get the proper training I need to become a Brotherhood of Steel Knight there. I need the best combat training there is, and... absolutely. She cares a lot about saving people and stopping bad guys. She's a real-life hero. Okay. Night Shin is super cool. Have you seen his power armor? He doesn't really talk to me much, but I think it's just because he's super busy doing Brotherhood stuff and fighting bad guys. Plus, he's usually hanging out by the weapons, and I'm not allowed to go near there. I think we're gonna be best friends one day, though. You think? I want to know all about the Brotherhood of Steel. What? No, he's just busy. Saving the world is hard work. Someone in the Brotherhood can't be a jerk. They're literally the good guys. Okay. Odessa is the best. She's super smart and is always saying stuff that I don't really understand, but I'm gonna study really hard. And sometimes when the others aren't around, we play hide and seek around the fort. Nah, I want to be a knight like Shin so I can wear power armor and use cool weapons. If I was to be a scribe, though, I would want to be just like Odessa. She told me I could because we're friends. Just like how you can call me Max instead of Maximo. Although, when I'm a knight, I would prefer if you called me Knight Max. Okay. I hope I can see you again soon and we can play.
Initiate, give your report to Paladin Romani.
Welcome back, Initiate. I was just discussing the missile launcher matter with Night Shin here. I imagine you're here to report on your dealings with Foundation. Well then, don't keep us waiting.
Interesting. So they'd be willing to take our lead when it comes to how they handle defense in the future. This could be mutually beneficial. At the very least, we may be able to rely on them to keep the crater in check.
We're not here to exacerbate aggressions between the locals, Night Shin. Initiate, your heart is in the right place, but we need to be careful about creating too much imbalance in the region. I'd be happy to recruit members of Foundation into our ranks if they want to learn to fight, but making the settlement more militant is concerning.
So you'd be okay if they're properly trained, but only if they're flying our colors. That sounds more like a recruitment drive than an effort to help others.
That's enough, Knight. You know it's more complicated than you're boiling it down to. Besides, we have a more pressing issue that the Initiate has uncovered. It's troubling that the weapons have spread to this degree, but there isn't much we can do beyond dealing with situations like this as they arise. But, Initiate, I hope you know you've done well.
Paladin, maybe we should check in with Scribe Valdez. She had mentioned wanting to bring something important to our attention.
That's right. Initiate, please let the scribe know we're ready for her. Night Shin and I have a few things to discuss in the meantime.
Take soul and forge it anew.
Robots everywhere, but all standard models. Surely there's something more to discover here. We come all the way from California, and here I am fixing broken pipes. I don't suppose you know how to spot weld.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort. When do I get to go out and prove my worth?
Here to lend a hand? Have you talked to the others recently? I've been trying to get a moment with them, but things are still so busy. Seems our time slots never align. Then it's my lucky day. Come with me.
How do I show that I'm fit to be a scribe when I'm put on patrol day and night?
Bruce mentions training weapons for a base like this.
Paladin, Knight, you'll want to hear this. I picked up a low-frequency signal in the area. It's weak, but I'm close to narrowing down the coordinates. If we can find and boost the source of that signal, we might be able to use it to get in touch with California.
That's excellent news, Scribe Valdez. Follow up with me as soon as you have the coordinates.
What's this about? I thought I made it clear that our first priority is strengthening our presence in Appalachia.
My apologies, Paladin. The Knight kept talking about Elder Maxon's orders, so I set up a signal tracer to run in the background. It was my own initiative.
This isn't a field trip, Paladin. When we left, Elder Maxon ordered us to restore communications as soon as we arrived in Appalachia. You've delayed that order long enough.
Since our arrival, every last ounce of my effort has gone toward establishing the Brotherhood as an effective force of action in Appalachia. Everything we've done here has been necessary. And before Valdez's report, we had no leads on a long-distance communicator.
We would still have no leads if it were up to you.
Enough, Shin. We have a lead now. Let's focus on that. You said you're close to tracking down the signal, Valdez? Why don't we have our reliable initiate assist you?
Okay. I'll be in my workshop when you're ready.
The old world has so much to teach us.
Ad Victorium, initiate.
Hello, Initiate.
We should spend less time mourning for Defiance and more time here, where Appalachia's future will be decided.
Ultrasonic country.
Scorched, the raiders, the ghouls. If anything tries to attack, we'll be ready. Grow up.
I wonder what legacy I'll leave to the scrolls. Sorry you had to see that. Let's get down to business, shall we? If we can find the source of the signal I detected, we should be able to use it to send a message to Elder Maxon on the West Coast. I tracked the signal to an area northwest of Vault 76. You'll need to go and check it out in person. Maybe you'll get lucky. But I suspect the source of the transmission won't be easy to find. Devices that transmit at this frequency are rare. The only ones I know of were built at advanced military facilities. I'm glad you asked. It may not work in its current state, but do you remember what we found in the Atlas substructure? An incredibly powerful compact ultrasite battery cell. With one of those, we could easily boost the transmitter back to its full function. Lucky for us, I've just managed to reverse engineer the cell. Think of this as its final test.
The wasteland is hell. Stay vigilant, Initiate.
Because other transmitters don't reach that far. The one they were using at Fort Defiance is out of commission. Permanently. But low-frequency signals like the one I'm detecting, they travel incredible distances, even passing through mountains and oceans without a hitch. During wartime, they were used to transmit signals to submarines. Pretty cool, right? Oh, have we not explained that to you yet? It should have been part of your initiation. Guess we just haven't had a chance to slow down. Sorry about that. Above the Paladins are the Elders, and leading the Elders is High Elder Maxon. He's the one who founded the Brotherhood, and decided to send us on our mission here.
The old world has so much to teach.
It was one of our orders. After setting up in Appalachia, we were to re-establish contact, make a report, and receive our next assignment. It's not that the Paladin has directly disobeyed that order, but she's been more focused on helping Appalachia. Being in that position, as the leader of this whole operation, I can't even imagine how much she has to think about. I'm just trying to support both her and the Knight as much as I can, and hopefully get them back on the same page. After all you've done for us, I suppose you deserve an answer. Their relationship has been rocky since a certain incident on our journey here. It's kind of a sensitive topic for everyone. I thought they'd be able to work things out over time, but it's only gotten worse. I'm honestly kind of worried. But maybe contact with Elder Maxon will get them back on track. I hope it does. Stay safe out there. We'll be right on your tail.
One day...
Need some words of wisdom, Initiate?
And I'll show those raiders who's boss.
I just can't shake these nightmares. Floating in space forever. Just why?
I wish I could be a scribe. Instead, a rat away a day keeps the mutations at bay.
I just can't shake these nightmares. Floating in space forever. Just why?
Is it too much to ask that you keep things neat and orderly around here?
I just can't shake these nightmares. Floating in space forever. Just why?
Hey. Good to see you again.
Make sure to pay your respects whenever you come across a fallen brother. Move along, civilian. I think I just stepped in ghoul guts. How disgusting.
I just can't shake these nightmares. Floating in space forever. Just why? To think what the USSA put us through. Even though she's an AI, Athena deserved that second chance.
Someone needs to do something about civilians setting off nukes.